What was the genesis of the nugget of the idea of let's do a fictional documentary about a metal band in particular?
Well, here's what happened. Harry Shearer and I, we had done this thing called the TV show, and it was a satire of different things on television. It was like a precursor to SCTV, and we did a piece on it, which was a takeoff of Midnight Special, which was a late night rock and roll show hosted by Wolfman Jack.
Are you ready to rock and roll?
And I played Wolfman Jack in that, and I introduced this heavy metal band. We made it up, Spinal Tap, England's loudest band. And that was the first time Spinal Tap ever appeared. I mean, they did a song, I think, called Rock and Roll Nightmare.
And now, from England, have mercy, you gonna love them to death. Spinal Tap!
Russ Kunkel actually played drums.
Great drummer.
Great drummer. Played for Linda Ronstadt and Jackson Browne. And Loudon Wainwright was a keyboardist. He was a friend of ours. So we had this band. And, while we were doing the sketch, Chris, Harry, and Michael started improvising in those characters.
Roll nightmare comes, the devil's gonna make me eat my drums. Eat my drums, not me.
And I thought, gee, what a great thing to be able to do, something else with these characters. Oh, then we didn't think about it much. Harry and I went off, and we had an idea for a movie called, about roadies, the backstage and, on a tour. And then this movie named Roadie came out with Meatloaf starring in it.
Redfish can fix it.
Get me 2 beers and a hubcap.
Redfish can fix anything.
I need a Ford.
Why, he's the best roadie in the whole world. The bands make it rock, but the roadies make it roll.
And we said, no, we can't do that now. They've done this. Yeah. Meanwhile, Chris and Michael had done this little videotape of these two guys who run into each other in a hotel and in this drug haze kind of remembered that they worked in a band together and they were improvising Nigel and David St. Hubbins, And so we saw this and we said, wait a minute, let's all get together and see if we can, create a movie for this. And basically what we did is I went to a company named Marble Arch. I said, look, let us write this thing for you and, it'll be a rock and roll documentary. They gave us some money, and we've realized that there was no way in screenplay form we could capture what this was going to be because it was going to be documentary. So I said to the guy, give us the money you were going to give us to write the screenplay. I'll make you a little bit of the film. And we made like 20 minutes of this film. We made, we had backstage footage, we had concert footage, I did interview stuff. And then the guy said, no, I don't like this, And so we went around for like years trying to get it made, and finally we were able to put it together for a couple of $1 million.
Well, you mentioned the script or the lack of. I've heard different stories about how long the actual outline was for. Fran Drescher says 27 pages. I've heard as little as 4 pages.
It was 4 pages.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
basically, all we did was outline the tour, what the tour was, and essentially what the idea of the film was. That it was going to be about these two guys who knew each other in the Squatney section of London, and they formed a skiffle band, and then they eventually became Spinal Tap, and that was all. That's all we had, and we knew the characters, and then we did write a Bible, getting into the characters, who they were, what the albums were, and all that. And then we just started improvising. We mapped out a tour. We knew the venues they were going to play. We had the characters, and we just started improvising. The whole film was improvised.
I had a long conversation about this movie with Roger Ebert, my colleague at the Sun Times.